Welcome back, brother. Ever thought about the deeper meaning when she says, "I have a boyfriend"? Today we're launching into an exploration of popular phrases often used by women, and the underlying messages they might be saying. We aren't here to perpetuate stereotypes. Instead, we're delving deeper into the intricacy of communication in relationships, and how words can often conceal a multitude of unsaid emotions and thoughts. Language, you see, is a compelling tool, but it isn't always as clear-cut as it appears. So, when she tells you, "I have a boyfriend," could there be a subtext? Could this phrase be sending a different message, one that isn't immediately obvious? We're about to dissect 5 phrases in detail, hoping to cultivate a better understanding and encourage more transparent communication. So, strap in and prepare for a deep dive into the realm of words and their clandestine meanings. Let's start shedding light on the top 5 phrases and discover their true significance. How many times have you heard, "I'm not looking for a relationship right now"? And then, 2 weeks later, you see her in a relationship with another man. This hurts like hell because it essentially means that she tried to let you down the easy way. In 90% of the time, girls are always open for a relationship if it's the right guy. To avoid being in this situation, before giving your heart to her, make sure that she shows you romantic interest first. Make sure she is really involved in the relationship and have strong feelings for you. What about "I have a boyfriend"? Sounds like a good girl answer, right? Well, not exactly. Again, like the previous sentence, 90% of the time girls says that, they are just trying to let you down easy. I am sure you saw these videos online of pickup artists asking girls' phone numbers and getting served the line, "I have a boyfriend." Well, usually when they persist, they often get the number. For this one, you have to go with the flow and your feelings. Pay attention to the way she says it. If it sounds cold and annoyed, just let her go. There's plenty of fish in the sea. However, if she sounds playful, you can try to persist for a bit. Try to make jokes about it or ask for her email instead and see how she reacts. Sometimes girls like to play hard to get, but make sure that you are not being over-persistent. If she keeps on curving you after the second try, just let her go. "You are a nice guy, but fill in the blank." A simple compliment, or is it? Let's dive into our 4th common phrase, "You are a nice guy, but..." This is one of the biggest lies girls use to friend zone you. The truth is that she doesn't see you as a potential boyfriend. This usually happens when you are being too friendly with her and don't let your intentions known from the start. If you are like most guys, you probably try to play it safe. You are overly kind with her, you don't try to touch her and create any sexual tension. Well, that is a mistake because if there is no sexual tensions, she will never see you as a potential lover. That's why many shy brothers comes across as little puppies girls find cute and can play with. Never be overly friendly with girls and always try to initiate physical touch. It could be by holding her hands, touching her lower back, or even putting your hand on her leg. Obviously be respectful and read the room, don't do it with a stranger. Make sure she has interest in you first. When she says "nothing's wrong," is it really so? It's a phrase that often leaves us scratching our heads, searching for a hidden meaning. You see, "nothing's wrong" might be a simple 3-word sentence, but it often carries a lot more weight. Let's consider a scenario. Imagine a couple, let's call them Sarah and Jake. One evening, Jake notices Sarah is unusually quiet. He asks her if something's wrong and she replies, "Nothing's wrong." But the tension in the room is palpable and Jake can't help but feel that something is indeed off. You see, "nothing's wrong" can sometimes be a shield, a way to avoid confrontation or conflict. In Sarah's case, she might be upset about something but doesn't want to appear confrontational. Maybe she's still processing her feelings or doesn't want to burden Jake with her problems. Or perhaps she's hoping Jake will read between the lines and understand what's bothering her without having to spell it out. Now, this isn't to say that "nothing's wrong" always signifies a problem. Sometimes nothing really is wrong, but the key is to understand the nuances, to read the situation, and most importantly, to communicate. So the next time you hear "nothing's wrong," take a moment. Don't just hear the words, listen to them. And remember, communication is more than just spoken words, it's about understanding, empathy, and patience. So, "nothing's wrong" might not always mean that everything is right. And last but not least, "I don't want anything," a phrase that often comes near to holidays or her birthday. This phrase is always a lie. If you ever hear this and are dumb enough to not get her anything, I feel sorry for you, brother. Think about it, everybody loves receiving gifts, especially on special occasions. So what do you think she means when she says, "I don't want anything"? Well, she wants you to surprise her with a creative or thoughtful gift. She wants you to completely take the lead and get it right by yourself, without her recommendations. It doesn't necessarily have to be expensive like a designer bag or jewelry, but she has to be pleasantly surprised. So whenever you hear that phrase, play along, but be sure that you plan something for her birthday or any special occasion regardless of what she says. So, we've debunked some common phrases. What's the takeaway? Well, language is a fascinating tool, isn't it? It can be as straightforward as a highway or as winding as a country road. Often we're quick to take words at face value, but today we've delved deeper. We've discovered that, I don't want a relationship, I have a boyfriend, you are a nice guy, nothing's wrong, and I don't want any gifts, aren't always what they seem. They're wrapped in layers of context, tone and body language, all contributing to their true meaning. This exploration serves as a reminder to foster open, honest communication, to not just listen but truly hear, to not just speak, but express, and to not just assume, but understand. In our relationships, we must remember to unpack these nuances to seek clarity and promote empathy. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and remember, it's not just about what is said but also how it's said and what isn't said. Communication is a complex art, and understanding it can make all the difference.